Well, well, well. How about that for a headline? Disney reportedly bringing in George Lucas to help fix Luke in Star Wars Episode 9. That makes so many questions enter my mind. I thought there was nothing wrong with Luke. I thought that Rian Johnson didn't break anything. I thought Rian Johnson didn't ruin anything. I thought it was a perfect take on Luke. That's what we've been told by Lucasfilm over and over and over again. Let's dig into this one. So I was about to go to bed. And it just showed up. Like, it just showed up here, like on my phone, like right there. Boom. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Are you kidding me? So I had to click on it, and I'm like, bro, I'm going to have to cover this for the channel. So let's do it. It sounds like Disney, in a precarious position now after the disaster of Solo: A Star Wars Story, are seeking the help from someone who knows Star Wars like no other. Yep, the latest word on the Episode 9 rumor mill is that none other than George Lucas has been brought on board to help polish up the script and guide J.J. Abrams down the right path as he puts the finishing touches on the finale to the Mouse House's new trilogy. The movie will be a make-or-break release for the studio. After all, thanks to the unfairly maligned Last Jedi, the fairly maligned Last Jedi, and the fairly maligned Solo, it makes sense that they're now doing everything they can to win back fans who might be finding themselves a little Star Wars'd out at the moment. Okay, again, The Last Jedi was fairly maligned, not unfairly. And Solo, which I didn't really love Solo, it was unfairly maligned because it was tied to The Last Jedi, just to clear that up for you. We advise taking this with a grain of salt, as the intel comes from Express, who classifies it as a rumor. But according to them, Lucas had a hand in numerous sequences to fine-tune some of the legacy characters and their interactions with some of the sequel trilogy characters. Not only that, but apparently the filmmaker also directed Abrams with Mark Hamill in exactly how the character of Luke Skywalker should be done, with the studio hoping to avoid the backlash they saw with him in The Last Jedi. Depending on what you think of his talents, the resurrection of George Lucas as a creative force in the galaxy far, far away might make you cheer or groan at this news. Personally, I'd say that so as long as he's only handling the story beats and plotting and leaving the dialogue to others, this could be just a creative shot in the arm that Episode 9 needs. After all, Disney has spent so much time and effort trying to ape the style of the original trilogy ever since they acquired the franchise, so why not just go back to the source? All right, first of all, there is nothing bad about having George Lucas return in a creative sense, and if you think that that's a mistake, you and me will not get along, because that just means you're stupid. And I don't, I like people that can argue with me and debate me. I don't like stupid people. And if you're someone that thinks that George Lucas is not a positive from a creative standpoint, you are stupid, and I don't want to talk to you. Now, let's get back to this rumor, because it is posed as a rumor. Do I think that there's any relevance to this? I actually think this sounds legit. I think that this sounds pretty fair. This isn't some crazy, whimsical scenario. Like, this makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, which actually kind of makes me wonder if they're actually doing it, because Lucasfilm doesn't make any sense these days. But let's go with it. I think this is actually a legitimate rumor that we should actually at least take under consideration. I've always said, people said, like, who would you have had do this trilogy, Jeremy? I've said many times, I would have had J.J. Abrams direct the entire trilogy with George Lucas overseeing the story elements. That's a perfect scenario for me. Now, this tells us, if this is in fact true, and let's just assume that it's true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm assuming it's true. So all of you sensitive-ass social justice freaks and you NPCs that are going to cry because I'm covering this story, shut up, go away, because nobody wants to hear your tears. I am presuming that this is true. And if this is true, this is fantastic news. But while it's fantastic news in isolation, all it does is tells us that Rian Johnson really screwed things up. Yet we got reports that his trilogy is actually going forward. So if this is true, if the king, if the man himself, if Mac Daddy George walks back in the door to fix the disaster that Kathleen Kennedy has created, if he has walked back in the door to fix Luke Skywalker, then that is a complete shift from the news that Rian Johnson's trilogy is underway and everything like that. So I would like to get a little more context to this. I would like to hear a little more details, but this sounds good. If this is true, I'm a fan of this. I like this idea. I love this idea. I love having George Lucas back involved. But there are so many buts that come with it. And there's the but of like, why did you tear George Lucas's sequel trilogy up to begin with? What is wrong with you? You were handed Star Wars, and George Lucas handed you the sequel trilogy outline, and you decided to throw it away, Kathleen Kennedy. You are a complete and total moron. So if George is coming back now, this is them admitting defeat, admitting that they don't know what the hell they're doing, admitting that they have screwed all of this up. This is fantastic news. This is good news because having George back is great. Disney's going to have to, they're going to indirectly admit that they have screwed things up. It also proves that Rian Johnson is a disaster. So this is good all across the board. If it's true, I don't know if it's true, but it's damn interesting. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think this is true? Do you think this is legit? I think that there's a strong possibility that this could have some merit to it. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Check out geeksandgamers.com. We have our merch store, and we're going to be adding stuff to the merch store. But please go buy a hoodie. Go buy a t-shirt. We're going to have hats and beanies soon and stickers. And then if we start selling those items, we're going to add more and more. And plus, many more car videos are coming. I know you love the car videos. I love making the car videos, so we're going to make more of them. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.